Okay, all right. So this has been the topic of everybody's conversation. You know, bombs over Baghdad. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That day when I don't watch TV, but the news always come to me. That's how you know when you're on the right path. When the news come to you on time, that's when you on your shit. I'm like, okay, cool. So next thing I know, I was singing that early in the day. Just it came up. I love that song. Dope production, raps, dope. So next thing I know, I'm singing it early in the day while I'm at work, whatever. So I'm singing it at work. So the next thing I know, I go to work out, come to find out, they shooting missiles, whatever, from Iran and shit. I'm like, oh shit. And it was over, flying over Baghdad. I'm like, damn, it's like you can control the shit with your mind and make shit happen. So I couldn't make that up if I wanted to. If I was lying, I would kill myself tonight. I would not lie about no shit like that. That's weird, but it's real. It really did happen to me like that. So I was singing that song, and later on that night, I come to find out seeing rockets flying through the sky. I'm like, that's great. So that even though I said that's great, because that means you can control things with your mind. That means you're getting more powerful. Okay, all right, that's what this video was about. Notice how all that talk about war has been going on around this time. You in a winter solstice, right? So now you're going into the next year, the so-called next year. The year starts really in spring when everything wakes up and lives again. But when you still in the dead season in the winter time, okay. But they still got you. I don't celebrate New Year's. I celebrate it when I feel like it. Nobody tells me to celebrate anything. If I feel like I want to celebrate something, I'll celebrate it due to my own cause. Okay. Fast forward. So now, why have all these talks of war been going on and getting people riled up and getting people scared and shit, right? Okay, reason why? Because they taking your mind off of what's going on right now. It's an eclipse that's going on. That's energy. So if you focus on that, you can't focus on yourself. How can you focus on your energy that's inside? Because the moon that's going to be doing an eclipse on January the 10th, tonight, 2020. How can it's going to be an eclipse? So how can you focus on yourself? So even though the eclipse is outside, think about it. Everybody has their own universe, right? Okay, think about it like this. So if everybody has their own universe, everybody partakes in what's going on the outside, but it just depends on how you focus on yourself. So when you focus on yourself during these eclipse times, they having these people thinking about war and oh, it's getting close and we're gonna go to war, all this shit. I'm like, I don't even watch TV, so how can I be concerned? So when the shit come to me, then I know something is going on. So I'm like, I'm like, oh, that's what this is, and it's a distraction. A distraction takes your mind off of what's really, well, what the diplomats say was really good. The distraction take Dipset say what's really good. Can't like all them Jimmy and Jewels, piece of Jewels, man. People don't realize like I'm gonna come up, I got some shit for that. But anyway, piece of Joel Santana, Bandana, man. I know. Peace to Young Buck too, man. They both like it's crazy how the shit go down, but I got something for that ass. Anyway, but yeah. So you got to think about it like this. So if that eclipse is happening tonight and they got your mind on war and you afraid or you think about something else like or money or all this other shit or whatever it might be, survival is the key. But if you're surviving and focus on yourself, you're only making yourself stronger. But people don't even realize tomorrow is 1/11, January the 11th. 1/11. That's a powerful time. What I always say when I see 1/11 is, let me think about it. I be bugging. I'm like, oh, take the form of water, because the form of water can be anything. Be like water, my friend. You know, like people say what's his name? Bruce Lee in that interview said, "Be like water. It takes all forms. It takes the form." So when you take all form, you can be anything. Your mind can be conformed to what anybody wants you to be. You can choose to be a part of something if you delight yourself to that situation. So be like water. So when I say 1/11, when I see that, I always tell myself, My magic is strong, be like water. So it's like the same shit. If your magic is strong, you can become something else that you wasn't before, and learn that shit and let that be a part of your arsenal. Okay, but anyway, so back to this moon and this shit with the war shit. Anyway, they going. I'm gonna make this a double over one video. I'm gonna give you something, man. These places, they say, okay. I'm digging in the memory bank right now. Okay, they say the war on terror, right? Okay, that's a word. That's a play on words. A war on terror, T-A-R-A. War on terror. As those are that's the great mothers of those civilizations. Or you say Samaria. They change these names now. They have modern day names for these how would they say it? These places of great, I wouldn't just say mystical. They've been around for a long time. They've been close to way before 6,000 years. They have your mind thinking in a biblical sense. So all these places they go into, right? You say Iraq, or you say Pakistan, Afghanistan, all those places. These are places where melanated people were living all around the world, right? But you gotta think about it. These are temples. They're going in and taking stuff out of these temples that are actually powerful, or getting information. So when you see these people, the people in so-called America, these are run by corporations. They're actually going in and trying to take information from these places they're going in. They bombarding these places. You know what I'm saying? They can just say, oh, you can't have weapons of mass destruction, but you go into an actual country and do that shit, do whatever you want. So your mind is a weapon, because you're actually going over there and telling somebody they can't have something that you have capabilities of, because you done that shit to somebody else. You done it to Japan. So how can you tell somebody not to have something when you've done this shit yourself? You done it first. Anyway, that's the logic. People are so stupid. You know what I'm saying? They let motherfuckers tell them what they can and can't have, or they can, or somebody else can and can't have. I mean, you can have the weapons, but they can't. So what that means, if you feel like you want to do something, oh, you're the greatest judge of character. When America was getting their ass beat in the Vietnam War, they decide to shoot some missiles. They shoot some atom bomb at them. Atoms come from melanated people. The Nazis had they made the first atom bomb. So come on, they just took their information, and the atom bomb was really from melanated people. They got those from the real people. What do you call them? They out in Tibet. What do you call them? They the Nazis or whatever. They use that name. I'm drawing a blank right now because I'm all over the place. I gotta move around real quick, but yeah. Anyway, this is a name they call them. The Aryan. Got it. Boom. My mind be like, I'm like digging in files while I'm talking to y'all. Like the Aryan race. Nope. The Tibetan people, the black, so-called black melanated people of Tibet, they would call the Aryan race first. Oh, whoa. Read a little bit of Rudolf Steiner or whatever. You can find something. He was in what? Where was he at? Rudolf Steiner, huh? Where was he at? Oh, he was in Germany. Oh, okay. Read that, and you'll find something yourself. You know what I mean? I got to get into some more of that myself. But anyway, that's why I say, war itself, they're taking your mind off what's really going into yourself and putting your mind on the war. So if your mind is on that war, you can't build yourself and make yourself even stronger to destroy this motherfucker. That's the key. How can you become powerful yourself if they're giving you your actual they giving you an illusion, and they're giving you your actual reality. Your reality is on TV. You know what I'm saying? Your reality is in these whatever, these TV shows and all of that, or the news. News is a highly million dollar corporation, and they news is big business because everybody watches TV and they want to be in on the news. All right. Anyway, take this and and learn from it. Cause I learn from things every day. So it's not a I'll wait, I'll wait. Okay, there's not a day that I don't live if you don't learn something, you don't live. So if you do learn something, you live. If you don't learn something that day, you actually die that day. So you can't live if you don't learn anything new. All right. So that's what I was going to tell you. So this war shit is this distraction, a total distraction. Don't believe none of that bullshit. You see motherfuckers walking around with these uniforms and shit. I don't salute none of them motherfuckers. I'm at war with this bullshit around me. That's what I'm in. My war is of the mind. How can anybody be focused on what they need to focus on if they focus on something that somebody gives them? Your reality is what you make it. All right. Peace. Nigga. Oh man, what was that? Right when I'm finished. Anyway, I don't want to give no clues where I'm at and shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers be sending motherfucking I'll probably be ending this video by now. I'm still talking shit. Motherfuckers be sending Masons and Eastern Stars at me and shit. You know what I'm saying? 11/11 just passed. At the time I said it. Wow, that's, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna destroy this shit. So when you see 11/11, make a determination or make a wish, or not a wish, but you can say a wish, but a determination of what you're gonna make happen, or what you will make happen, or will to happen. Yeah, I'm gonna will it. Your will is in your mind. So I'm gonna destroy this motherfucker. Not with no weapons, but my mind is everything. That's all I say. They'll send motherfuckers at you. When you really into this work, you got to start realizing you're gonna see walk-ins and clones all over the place. Notice how they look at you sometimes. If you're really into this work, they're gonna be on your ass, man. Focus, man. Your focus is everything. When you let it go away, get off the path, answers will let you go. They'll let you die. Cause I could have been dead a long time ago. But I'm still kicking up dust. You feel me? All right, I'm out here. 12/12. There you go.